Lethal Company is an indie cooperative survival horror game which was developed and published by Zeekers. The game was released in early access in late October of 2023, and the game has had a massive surge of popularity on Steam. The game is really simple. You and your co-workers are working for the company, and you're tasked with going into abandoned facilities to collect extremely valuable items. Well, it's not just you and your co-workers in the facility. Well, there's also... Oh, he can open doors. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. No. You have to take these items and sell them to the company to avoid your biggest monster of all, the quota. Now, the quota is the amount of credits you need to make to get rewarded with an even bigger quota. And then you do it all over again. Go in the facility, find scrap, sell the scrap, meet the quota. Because if you don't, well...
Matthew, what are you doing? Moving it closer, go.
Welcome to our disciplinary process.
Move!
Bye-bye.
Say it, man.
The quota is by far the most important thing in the game. And it does not matter how scary or silly things may get. It is the only thing that matters. It is quota or die. You will betray your best friends in name of quota. No, don't do it. We can't sell your body.
Phil, we can't sell your body. Do not jump. Get over here and we beat.
Before we commence with the rest of the review, it is important to know whether or not you have the right hardware and software requirements to even play the game. To fully enjoy Lethal Company, your PC should meet the specific requirements and software requirements. The game requires a minimum operating systems of Windows 10 64-bit, paired with an Intel Core i5 processor, running at 3 GHz. For graphics, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 or equivalent GPU is necessary. The game demands at least 1 GB of available storage space, and although the minimum RAM requirement isn't specified, having at least 8 GB is recommended for an optimal performance. Since Lethal Company is available exclusively on PC via Steam, a reliable internet connection is essential for downloading the game and receiving updates. An external keyboard will also aid with gameplay. Additionally, while not mandatory, using a headset with a microphone is highly recommended, especially for in-game communication during multiplayer sessions, where coordination with teammates is crucial towards your success.
Hello there, welcome to your newfound family here at Holden Electronics. We trust that your senior co-workers have made this orientation a remarkable, memorable, and enjoyable experience. In today's training video, we'll be discussing the basics of how to operate your new suits. In order to pick up equipment, walk up to it and pick it up using the key E. If you feel the need to, the left shift on your keyboard will allow you to sprint forward at a much faster pace than walking.
What we suggest is pressing the left control key on your keyboard, which allows you to crouch under them and get through them. Let's say you have an apparatus in your hand and you need to get rid of it. Simply press the G key on your keyboard to drop it.
Now, if you ever buy a boombox on the company ship, which is a highly recommended thing to do, as it not only boosts the working ethic of our employees, but company morale. The 1 and 2 keys allow you to hit some epic dance moves, such as the iconic company jiggle and the famous disco point. Now, scanning is a very key part of the Lethal Company experience. It allows you to determine what's friendly, what's loose, and what is an enemy. Simply by pressing your right mouse button, it'll pick up anything that's the ship in blue or friends in blue. Anything that is loot is in green, and that can be sold, and anything that is in red is of course an enemy. Red is something that you need to avoid. Scanning is also the most important thing when it comes to dark rooms. When you find this apparatus and pull it out of its power socket to sell for a hefty amount and cover your quota, this dims the lights in the facility. This is not only a problem for your crewmates but also you. The facility is now completely dark and you have no way out. Now, there would be no way out if it wasn't for your trusty echo scanner built into your Lethal Company suit. By simply pressing the left mouse button, you are able to navigate the halls and safely back to the ship. It'll also pick up the exits. I hope you've enjoyed this company orientation video. Thank you, and in the next one we'll be covering the basics on how to deal with any hostile creatures you may come across.
Whilst playing Lethal Company, it isn't as easy as it may seem. The game has a built-in proximity chat, which means
The further away you are from someone, the less likely you are to hear them, meaning no one will hear you scream.
And did I mention the fear? The thought of every passing second, a monster could kill you. Huh? What's worse? When you can't even see the monster coming towards you and they're trying to kill you? Oh! On the ship, there are two main screens that you can interact with. The first being the monitor, which shows you where all your teammates are and the surroundings. And you can also start the ship with it. Right next to the monitor is a terminal. Now this is where you can do a whole bunch of things. The terminal allows you to change the moons, purchase items, and most importantly, open doors and disable turrets for your teammates. You can see a big red number on the screen. That number can be written into the terminal and it will perform an action, either disable the turret or open the door. The monsters in Lethal Company are a significant threat whilst playing. These entities vary in behavior and danger levels, requiring the player to adapt their strategies accordingly. Some monsters may be sensitive to sound. Hey buddy! While others may be attracted to light or movement. And some monsters need you to just get out of the facility. Get out, get out, get out. Get out right now.
I don't know where to go.
Get out, no.
I don't know where to go.
This way, this way, this way. Noah?
Yeah?
We are going to be massacred in 20 seconds. No.
Go, Noah!
As a player, there are many ways to counter these monsters. For example, the eyeless dogs are a great example. A good way to deal with them is to order a walkie-talkie from the terminal and watch the dogs flock to it. You can scan the monsters with the right-click function, and information about the monster will go to the bestiary back on the terminal on the ship. The weight system in Lethal Company is a massive hindrance to the player. Each item has a set amount of weight, and it affects the speed and stamina of the player. And some items are big, so you need to use both hands to carry them. This prevents you from using anything in your inventory. Climbing ladders, essentially, you can't interact with anything since both your hands are occupied. Now the stamina system determines how long a player can sprint or jump. And the stamina goes down even faster while holding more items, because you have more weight on you. It regenerates while standing still or walking, but if you overuse it, it will temporarily disable sprinting and jumping. This is represented by the ring in the top left. The inventory limits players to 4 slots, which makes you really need to consider which items you're taking with you into the facility. Some of this gear is vital to securing scrap. These include flashlights, walkie-talkies, and your best defense against those monsters, shovels. All these items take up 3 slots, so it is a good idea to split these with a friend. I usually take a walkie-talkie and a flashlight, while my friend carries a shovel. When you travel to a moon, it will be 8 AM, and you have until midnight to get back to the ship and leave. Otherwise, the ship's autopilot will make the ship leave automatically. Throughout the day, more and more monsters will spawn, so try and get back as soon as you possibly can. Moons are the planets which you need to go to in order to gather scrap. To pilot the ship, go to the terminal and type in moons. And from there, you'll see a list. They are ordered by difficulty, these being easy, intermediate, and hard, but you have to pay for the hard moons. Piloting the ship, you may see some text next to each moon. This is the weather condition of that moon at the moment. These being mild weather, which is the normal moon, foggy, which makes it so you can't see, rainy, which makes sinkholes, flooded, that's self-explanatory, stormy makes metallic items conduct lightning, and eclipsed. You know how earlier I said that monsters spawn the longer you are on a moon? Well, eclipse makes that start from 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh my god, there's a dog, just run. So just avoid it at all cost. Lethal Company has a built-in proximity chat. This naturally makes the game a lot more challenging. So if you're not next to someone, you can't talk to them. That also means you can't talk to them when you're dead. Thankfully, you can buy walkie-talkies to better communicate from afar. Lethal Company keeps players hooked with this blend of teamwork, strategy, and thrilling challenges. The main goal is to collect valuable items and meet the quota, which pushes you to plan carefully and work closely with your friends to survive the lurking monsters. The game's proximity chat adds a unique layer of tension, making communication crucial but challenging.
Slime.
As you explore and discover new tactics, the difficulty ramps up, keeping the gameplay fresh and rewarding. Whether you're strategizing to meet the quota or sharing your wildest moments online, Lethal Company offers a unique, engaging experience that is both fun and addictive.
Run!
Lethal Company utilizes a distinct visual style that combines gritty, atmospheric aesthetic with minimalistic elements to heighten the sense of tension throughout the game. The game's environments are dark, abandoned facilities with decayed industrial look. The use of shadows, low lighting, and narrow hallways creates a claustrophobic feeling, making players constantly aware of lurking dangers. The minimalist design ensuring that players focus on survival, with every corner potentially hiding a threat. Characters and monsters in Lethal Company are designed with simplicity in mind, but they're still effective at evoking fear into you.
What? There's a tree giant!
The monsters in particular are unsettling, with some having exaggerated features like the eyeless dogs, which adds to their terrifying presence.
What was that?
The user interface is straightforward and functional, keeping players focused on the gameplay. Important elements like the quota meter and the stamina bar are clearly visible without being intrusive, which helps maintain the immersion of the game. The sound design in Lethal Company plays a crucial role in building tension and enhancing the horror experience. The ambient sounds are minimalist but effective. The hum of machinery, distant creaks, and the occasional unsettling noise create a constant sense of unease. This subtle soundscape keeps players on edge, making every step in the game feel like it could be their last. Each monster has its own distinct sound cues,
What the heck is that?
which signals their presence and behaviors. For example, the sounds of footsteps and growls can indicate how close a monster is, adding a layer of strategy as players must listen carefully to avoid danger. The lack of visual cues combined with these sounds heighten the tension and fear. The proximity chat is not just a gameplay mechanic, but is also a key part of the sound design. Voices fade in and out depending on distance, which adds to the realism and makes communication feel more stressful and urgent.
Oh my god, there's a raccoon!
This feature amplifies the feeling of isolation when players are far apart from their teammates. The game uses music sparingly, reserved for moments of heightened tension or danger. When the music does kick in, it's usually intense and fast-paced, signaling that something terrifying is about to happen. This contrast between silent and sudden music spikes creates a powerful scare and emotion peaks.
No, get me out! Please. Oh.
We're good. I love the music. Overall, the visual and sound design of Lethal Company works together to create a terrifying, immersive experience that keeps players engaged and on edge of their seats. Lethal Company has a broad audience of many languages. This game is popular because it's fun to play with friends and doesn't cost that much at only $10. It became well known through social media and word of mouth, attracting both serious horror fans and casual players just looking for a good scare. The game's cooperative nature makes it a hit among groups who enjoy playing together. With nearly 2 million copies sold in its first month of early access, Lethal Company has built a strong, excited player base that has many different types of players. Horror fans, cooperative gamers, content creators, game communities, even just players seeking a challenge. Lethal Company has a wide range of people it appeals to with this gameplay loop. From my time playing Lethal Company, it's a very unique experience. It's like a roller coaster of emotions. You can go from absolutely laughing to screaming, back to laughing in a matter of seconds.
Do we run over Vito? He's running!
He died. He died. He ran himself over. He ran himself over.
Oh no, we're out of